I learned that I knew a lot more words than I knew I did. I really know how to utilize, like, Google now.
So congrats.
Thank
Love
you.
the song. It's amazing.
Thank
It's a
you.
new sound for you.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
I think just natural maturity and what I have been waiting and wanting to do. I think that the style genre that I went with in Eyes Wide Open kind of gave me ability to be a little bit more free with what I would eventually fall into, because I think, music is always about evolving and changing and growing up and trying different things. And now this is just my recent stage.
And this is quite a personal song for you. Was it scary putting this out there?
You know what? It seemed it's so funny because I think when people hear it, obviously it's a breakup song. I don't hear it as too much of a personal thing so much as like it's just a really powerful song that makes you kind of feel like a boss when you listen to it. Because I think that it's one of those things that you should always take a subject that, maybe wasn't so good and turn it into a good thing. It's more of like a good memory now.
And why did you pick this as a single? Why did you want that to be the first thing people heard?
I think it was a great transition from Eyes Wide Open. I think Eyes Wide Open was a little bit more of that powerful, sultry sound, and kind of putting this new spin on it, which I wrote Smoke and Fire, and I, helped make the sounds, and it's just like it had a lot to do with, what I was picturing in my head. So I think I picked it because it was kind of the next step. And also just the language in it. I wanted to be able to tell a new story to my audience that they hadn't heard before. And I think that I definitely do that with Smoke and Fire.
How does it set up for the rest of the album that we'll hear later this year?
It sets it up, for sure. I think that there's a lot of little elements from Smoke and Fire that you'll hear on the rest of the album. And then also there's a lot of surprises because I don't like to be too predictable.
And can you tease the video for Smoke and Fire? Have you already shot it?
I have shot it. You can expect the unexpected, because really it's not going to be anything that you expect, but it is a very cool way that I was excited to tell the story, and I think that's exactly what it is. This is a narrative video, and I had never done a narrative music video before. All my other music videos were very much, like beauty, song, storytelling oriented, but this actually kind of tells the story in an artistic way.
And you are writing a lot more on this album. What is your songwriting process like?
My songwriting process is weird. It's never the same. I think everyone's got their own way of doing things. Some people it's a very strict schedule, and other people are like, yeah, let's just kind of do whatever, and like let's just have a fun time. And if we come up with something today, great. If not, we'll finish it in a month. The music industry is like there's no time. Like you just do what you do, because the creative process, you can't time creativity. Luckily for me, it's been fast. I think just because I've had a lot of wheels turning in my head and ideas that I've been ready to write about. But I've also worked with some great people that have helped me, make those dreams come to life.
So it's been about a year since the first album came out. How would you describe yourself as an artist then and an artist right now?
I think of myself more as an artist now than I did before. I don't want to say I didn't think of myself as an artist, but when I released the first album, I think I was 13. I didn't know who I am. I still am growing and changing, so I don't know exactly. I couldn't define who I am personally, but hopefully that shows through my music. And I think that, the difference is age and maturity and life experience, and it should always be different, I think. But I definitely see myself becoming the artist that I've always dreamed of being.
I'm always curious to know about how people get their start. So is there maybe a movie or a song or performer that you saw at a young age, and when you saw them you were like, this is what I want to do. I want to be an actress, or I want to be a singer?
Yeah, this is well, whenever I go to concerts or whenever I see a Broadway show, I think that's when I'm most inspired to be like, this is why I do, what I do, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Because honestly, I've never seen a show or went to a concert and not wanted to be on stage. Because I think, the energy that those people bring, and, they share their stories, or they're performing these incredible songs in front of all these people, it's infectious, and it makes me want to do the same thing. And I guess that's how I know I have always wanted to be a performer, because I felt that way since I was too young to talk, so it's been a while.
In the process of making this next album, have you learned anything about yourself that surprised you?
Yeah, I learned that I knew a lot more words than I knew I did. I really know how to utilize like Google now, especially like Rhyme Zone. Whew, for songwriters, that is it. No, I've learned a lot about just, I think writing stuff down, especially song lyrics and making these songs, kind of helps me understand what I went through a little bit more than I knew before. You know, I wrote these things, and because it kind of just narrows it all down into specific words or specific feelings, and then I kind of feel like I've got it out into the world and I can move on.
And any message to your fans?
Do your chores, because then you will get your allowance. And if you get your allowance, then you can listen to Smoke and Fire. You can also look it up on YouTube, but that's kind of cheating. I love you guys, and I'm so excited to take you guys on this journey with me. This is just the beginning, and I hope you love Smoke and Fire, and I hope you have a great year. It's going to be a great 2016, guys. Let's do this.
For even more awesome Shine On Media videos, be sure to click those little boxes below and don't forget to subscribe.